A very pleasant good evening. My name is Jessica Pierre, and I will be presenting on Katherine Phillips' A Married State. This is a poem written in 1646 that first appeared in 1646 that breaks the idealized image of marriage. So for tonight, I'm just going to focus on 5 main points in the poem that resonates with me. The very first line reads, "A marriage state affords but little ease." So in the beginning, she's just letting you know that marriage is not easy. She then goes on to say, the best of husbands are hard to please. It helps us put into perspective what she means when she says that marriage isn't easy. So here she's saying that you're not going to be able to please your husband. And in those times, this was a big thing. Like, your husband had to be happy. Happy wife, happy life did not exist. Well, not here. A successful marriage was based on the man's happiness. Imagine how difficult it may be for a woman to live up to a standard, not just what is imposed by society, but what is imposed in her own household by her own husband, and not being able to live up to it. That evidently is a daunting task. The second line that I want to point out, which reads, "A virgin state is crowned with much content." Here she is comparing single life, because if you're a virgin, you're in those times, if you're a virgin, you're single, and you're only not a virgin after you're married. And she's saying that this life is way better. She prefers this life of not having been married. She goes on to say in line 6, "It's always happy as it's innocent," still describing her virgin state. She's saying that single and happy goes hand in hand. Then she goes on to describe what you will endure during marriage. And that includes blustering husbands to create your fears. Sound like someone got anger issues. Sound like some violence in the home. All I know is these husbands are causing fears. No pangs of childbirth to extort your tears. Now again, you gotta keep in mind that these times you don't have children unless you're married, because you're not having sex until you're married. And she's stating that, this is another terrible thing that comes along with marriage, childbirth. And she goes on to continue after the childbirth, the life she lives, stating that children cries will offend your ears. I'm sorry, Miss Katherine Phillips did not want to have any kids. She was clearly forced into this life. Because if you think about it, this is what was expected of women: to get married, to have children, to be a mother. This identity and the identity of woman was very much intertwined, and they really expected this. So it wasn't really a choice. Katherine is saying that she doesn't prefer this lifestyle, but clearly she had to go through it. The fourth line that I wanted to isolate from this poem: thus are you freed from all the cares that do attend on matrimony and a husband too. So here she's saying marriage, freedom, marriage, freedom, marriage, freedom. She is relating marriage to an imprisonment. This clearly shows that matrimony was more of a restriction than exchange of love and vows like it is today. And I don't think that many women would prefer marriage instead of singleness if this was the time that we were living in. I personally wouldn't. Not me. So the last lines that I wanted to pinpoint to bring to your attention would be: turn, apostate to love's levity. Suppress wild nature if she dare rebel. There's no such thing as leading apes in hell. These lines are literally showing how female are suppressed if they go against the grain, if they do not adhere to the role of a mother, a caregiver, a wife. A suppressed wild nature. Anything other than that prescribed identity is considered wild nature. And this is deeply reflective of the effects that a patriarchal voice, a patriarchal state of mind has on a woman, has on a woman's identity, has on a woman's happiness. Phillips is clearly not happy in a marriage. We know that she was 16 when she was married to a man that was 38 years old. 38 years old. She was forced into motherhood. She was forced into wifehood. And this poem is just so realistic and helps us to understand the pain she was in to be suppressed in such a way. Yes, marriage can be something that is viewed as holy matrimony, union of love. However, here Phillips shows you a different side to the coin, and this poem truly resonates in any time, in any space, because the idealized notions of patriarchy still prevails today. In conclusion, Katherine Phillips was, and will continue to be a voice that went against the grain, that promoted feminine freedom, and to this day is studied by literary analysts and still present in university syllabus.